There are 6 habits you need to stop that are destroying your brain. Brain health is always an important aspect of life. We use it every day, and everyone wants to make sure they are doing their best to take care of it. So as usual, we will talk about things that will help you improve your health. Today we shall talk about habits that slowly destroy your brain. Brain health is important for our overall well-being, but certain habits can cause harm. These habits slowly eat away at your brain. But do not worry, because I will tell you about them and you can avoid them in the future. Stay until the end, because I don't think you are going to realize how damaging the 6th habit is. Number 1. Skipping meals. Skipping meals, especially breakfast, sends a signal to the brain that it does not need as much energy. Not having breakfast means that you are missing one of the most important aspects of your day, the energy and nutrients for your brain. Visualize your brain as a car. It needs fuel in order to run correctly, and breakfast could be the gas to fill that tank. If you skip breakfast, your brain does not get what it needs, and that is fuel. This makes it difficult to concentrate. In fact, it can also lead to changing your mood. Have you ever thought to yourself that the day you did not have breakfast, you felt more tired or grumpy? The reason is that it is due to a lack of fuel. On the other side, too, eating all types of unhealthy foods can also be very bad for your brain. The brain is like a super soft and gentle puffy cloud in times like these. Thus, these sorts of foods can be the cause of inflammation in the brain. When your brain has swollenness, obviously it does not work at optimum capacity. It might become very difficult to think logically or remember anything. Therefore, you have to feed your brain with appropriate foods that fuel and give it the needed nutrients to be able to stay healthy and happy. Number 2. Lack of sleep. Let us talk about sleep and the role of sleep in brain health. If you suffer from a lack of sleep, your brain will not function as it should in terms of memory and cognition. This leads to an inability to remember stuff and make sense of things properly. Do you know how it is when you are tired and it is hard to pay attention to what you are doing? That is the brain telling you it is time for some rest. Sleep deprivation has a lot more to do than just staying up late, and it can completely mess up with the way our minds work as well. It is actually while sleeping that our brains clean up the stuff we learned during the day. They arrange them neatly, like tidying files on a computer. But if we fail to sleep properly enough, the brain does not spend sufficient time to do the process. Thus, you will have trouble with remembering things and decision-making. And it is not just about how much we sleep, but also about when we sleep. Your body likes routine work, so it feels disturbed when every time your sleep schedule is altered. This affects the circadian rhythm, which is your ancient biological clock. This may mess up your mood, make you get easily distracted, and definitely mess up your brain. Thus, it is crucial to make sure that you get enough good sleep on a regular basis. Your mind will appreciate you, and you will be more attentive, focused, and ready for the day. Number 3. Lethargic lifestyle. It is important to stay active for a healthy brain. If we stay too lethargic for a long time, then our brain suffers the impact of such a habit in a very negative way. Physical inactivity. Do you remember those days when you sat on your chair for several hours, either at the office or watching all your favorite shows? That may lead to a decrease in the blood flow to your brain. And guess what? Your brain relies on that blood flow for oxygenation and nourishment to remain sharp and focused. Minimal exercise. But do not worry, I have a simple solution. Easy exercise helps your brain express its best abilities. When you exercise, you stimulate your brain just like you would stimulate your muscles. It allows your brain to deal with and make new connections. This is clearly super important for memory, mood, and analytical skills and knowledge. In short, whether it is a walk, a dance class, or a cricket game, do something you love and start moving for a better, more vibrant brain. Has the video been informative so far? Are these habits something you are familiar with? If so, you need to start avoiding them. Also, you can share this video with your friends, family, and loved ones and help them too. You can also like this video to show me your support. But wait, there is more to come, so stick around till the end to know everything about these bad habits. Number 4. Chronic stress. Human beings can really suffer from long-term stress as it has a negative impact on mental health. It is in such conditions that our body ejects some hormones such as cortisol. This hormone, among others, may turn slightly bad and affect our brain cells, memory, and concentration. Thus, the key is learning how to control the stress and keep it at the right level. Sometimes under stress, we may use unhealthy coping strategies, just as drinking too much or avoiding problems completely. And eventually, such techniques could get even worse. In fact, they accomplish just the opposite tasks and worsen our brain health in the long run. Hence, a better way to handle stress is by talking to someone we can trust, staying physically active, and calming ourselves with deep breathing and meditation. These things will really be helpful and protect our brains from the harmful effects of stress. Number 5. Excessive screen time. Using screen devices, such as phones, computers, and TVs, too much can stress the brain. It feels almost like trying to manage too many things at once. Thus, it becomes harder to focus and pay attention. That being the case, it can disturb your sleep and might take longer to fall asleep at night. Do you know about blue light? To be precise, it is the light that is emitted from our screens that can mislead our sleep patterns. Watching screens in the evening will tell our brains that it is still daytime. This will disrupt our ability to relax and fall asleep. That is why the control of screen time before going to sleep is necessary. And perhaps we can use these cool blue light filters we find on our laptops and phones. Remember, it is all about finding a balance between screen time and other activities. So take breaks, go for a walk, or do something else that does not involve too much screen time. Number 6. Harmful substances. Let us delve into substances that harm you and how they affect your noggin. Our first item is, of course, a broad category: inflammatory foods. These increase your risk of dementia and Alzheimer's dramatically. Drinking too much sugar, in truth, can bring about the destruction of your brain cells. It throws your brain chemistry off balance. This results in memory lapses and trouble thinking straight. In short, it is crucial to moderate how many sugary drinks. So instead of drinking a surgery soda, try some kombucha and feed your body. Then there are refined foods like white rice and white bread. You can not only damage your brain cells, but also deteriorate your cognitive functions when consuming these in the long run. These unnatural foods change your gut biome, which in turn remodel the way your brain functions and its structure. These can be addictive, and therefore you may feel like your life will be unbalanced without them. More so, they can disrupt your memory and how you comprehend things in order to make decisions or perform tasks. When you feel sickly and lack energy, you are less likely to make healthy food choices. So reducing the excessive consumption of inflammatory foods and refined foods like white rice will not only help in brain health but all of your body. Your brain is your ally, and feeding it toxins will lessen the chances of you realizing its true potential. So make sure to keep this in mind. By definition, if you are addicted to something, or if you know someone who has that kind of problem, you should go to get the help and the support needed. But when it comes to food, people don't realize the grave danger they are putting their body in with the food they eat. Since we have talked about some useful things that can negatively affect your brain, let us move now to smarter ways to think. It is important to realize that your brain is similar to a valuable instrument that should be looked after and treated respectfully. This way, it is able to work in the best conditions. Through these avoidance habits, such as reducing intake or quitting harmful intake of foods and substances, and meditating, you are protecting your brain from damage. It is just about those small, delightfully encouraging steps in your daily habits that help you improve and develop your overall personal health. So let us commit to making healthier choices together. I hope this video has helped you realize quite a few important things. In the end, we all care about our health, and our brain is a big part of it. If this video was insightful, please share it with your friends, family, and loved ones. Who knows, maybe they need to break away from these bad habits too. You can also show your support by liking this video, and if you want more information on health, consider pressing subscribe. Then, until next time, folks.